sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubats in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Beal with it. Booker left side. Over Harden. No good from Booker.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here's Zubats. Almost, but it rolls out. And talk about victors and guys who play to their strength. What about Zubats? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin, a 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Beal can't get it to go.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Leonard from deep three-point land. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Harden, no good.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of a shooter. It's so important.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Fires from way outside. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. For 3, Booker. It's hauled in by Zubats.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Leonard sets a screen for Dunn. 3-pointer. And the Clippers miss again. Suns have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. KD's shot is good.
Boy, Kevin Durant, the quick release and from distance.
For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here. Searching for their first points of the game. Offensive rebound. Powell finds Leonard. Takes the 3. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside, Beal. To the middle. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And here's Booker from the arc. Outside for Beal. For the 3. And KD the bucket on the assist from Beal. KD's got 9 points.
The confidence of Kevin Durant. He gets it and takes the shot. Very simple. Catch and shoot, baby.
And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. It can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. KD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the 3 of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin, they certainly have the talent.
David, indeed they do.
This is what he does. Booker, an aggressive scorer, doesn't take any possessions off.
Dunn right side. Pass to Powell. Outside Leonard. Takes a 3. Drills it from outside. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Durant finds Beal. Back to Durant from downtown. Good, and Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Powell with a screen on KD. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Zubats with the screen for Dunn. From the baseline. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Well, this is just pick and roll action at its finest. The big man sets a solid screen, rolls to the cup, leaves no doubt.
Outside, Katie. 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. Beal against Dunn. Pass to Leonard. In the corner, Harden. Leonard with the screen on Booker. Harden inside the three-point line. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines in highlights. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Suns.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
So for the Clippers right now, we'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Zubats in at the center position. The deep three from Harden. It's hauled in by the Suns. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Clippers trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Powell sets a screen for Leonard. And it's good off the back rim and in. Leonard's got 8 points.
Well, you're working the two-man game with Kawhi Leonard as your primary target. That's the first guy you need to stop.
Harden against Booker. KD a screen on Harden. Pass to Durant. Booker with it. 6 on the shot clock. Over Harden. Again, Phoenix.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Nobody near Leonard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Outside Durant. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
On the wing, Booker. Back to Durant. Kicks it out to Booker. Durant sets a screen for Booker. Pass to KD. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
Well, no doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
No good from Zubats. Suns lead by 10. Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Now Harden following Durant's three-point attempt. Harden surveying the D. Pass to Powell. Zubats with the screen for Powell. Wide open look here for Zubats. Nails the 16-footer. Zubats has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. Booker outside. Now here's Beal. There's a good screen. Back to Booker. Beal against Harden. Booker is screen on Harden. Beal, that's for 2. And the Suns miss again. Clippers trail by 8. Dunn passes to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. 7-foot shot. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's Zubac just carving out space with that big frame.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. For 3, Booker. Phoenix no good that time either. And so Powell will bring it up for the Clippers. Outside Leonard. Fires from the wing. Powell kicks to Zubac. Harden outside. Back to Zubac. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot line. They're thinking about the shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Cole is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Allen. Then it's Tyus Jones. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And he's good on the second. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And here's Mills for 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Suns leading by 8. And a minute played as the second half gets going. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And here's Mills. The shot. And that's good for 2. Mills has got 5 points now in the quarter. Right side, O'Neal. Pass to Bull. O'Neal sets the screen for Bull. No good on the triple. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Coffey. No scoring in this one. Buries it from three-point range.
Now the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Plumlee with the screen. O'Neal from long range. Mills with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Batum screen on O'Neal. And here's Bogdanovic for 3. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. He can't hit that time. Suns leading by 3. Allen outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Allen's got 6 points.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Mills finds Eubanks. They set the pick. Bogdanovic wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Oh, he is so good from deep. Bogdan is even better shooting out of the corner.
It's Jones on the way. Pass to O'Neal.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Allen. Plumlee sets the pick for Allen. Over Bogdanovich. Eubanks grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Coffey. A good-looking shot from the wing. Coffey's got 5 points now this quarter. Phoenix has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Bull kicks to Allen. Back to Bull from outside the arc. And no good that time. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. Pass to Batum for the lead. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
So good at so quickly analyzing and getting through his progressions. Nick Batum gets it off before the defender can react.
Got that one up quick. Allen's got 9 points here in the second half.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
He was all alone on that one. Coffey's got the lead back up to 2 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Eubanks. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Phoenix has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. O'Neal high post. Still scoreless. Screen by Bull. And Allen launches it from deep. The long distance 3 is buried.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Phoenix ahead. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Chris Dunn is out there at Bogdanovich. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Coffey in at the 3. Jones for 3. It's hauled in by Dunn. The Suns leading. Jones dishes to O'Neal. Dunn outside. Jones from outside. Takes it out to Booker. The three-pointer no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Launches it. They get it back. Here's Coffey. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Coffey's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers. Well, as we move into the 4th, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Pass to Dunn. Back to Booker. Plumlee with a screen on Bogdanovich. And here's Booker from the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Dunn with it. Jones covering. It's stolen by Jones. O'Neal kicks to Plumlee. Plumlee sets the pick for Booker. Here's Jones. Puts up a 3. And there's Booker on the assist by Jones. And the Suns lead by 1.
Devin Booker ready on the opportunity to take any 3 he gets. That is pretty.
Here's Coffey. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
Leonard against Booker. Pass to O'Neal. Booker up top. Over Leonard. 5 on the clock. O'Neal kicks to Booker. Shoots over Leonard. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Here's Bogdanovich for 3. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Nick Richards. He's checked in for Plumlee. Durant comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Beal subbed in for Tyus Jones. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Jones. Powell comes in for Amir Coffey. And James Harden has subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. KD a screen on Harden. Pass to KD. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 7 rebounds in the game. The 3 goes down the hatch from Kawhi.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Booker with the screen for KD. No problem knocking that one down.
Kevin Durant firmly steps into that shot with the game hanging in the balance. Love it.
Screen by Zubac. Pass to Dunn. And here's Leonard. Powell sets a screen for Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Dunn shot's good.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Powell for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The 3 from KD. Again, the miss by KD. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-6 run. And Leonard has it in the corner. Fires away from way outside. The rebound by Richards. Not sure the miracle, Greg, is on hand here tonight for them.
Well, they need one, but gonna play it until the final whistle.
And this is what makes KD special, the willingness to absorb the responsibility of the big-time shot.
Time for a quick bucket here.
None to waste.
For 3, Booker, it drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Dunn, wide open, he fires. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely doable.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
You're exactly right, BA, and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Dylan Brooks is out there with Amin Thompson, and it's Şengün in at the 5 spot. Now here's Durant. Booker with a screen on Thompson. Back to Booker. Takes the 3. Nails it from 3.
Pretty swift release that time from Booker. Getting it away just in time.
Thompson, a screen on Beal. Thompson outside. Lets it go from the wing. Rebounded by Dunn.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Durant's shot is off.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
And it's Brooks missing. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Beal finds Booker. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Pass to Durant from downtown. It's hauled in by Houston.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game, and if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
Allie, thank you. Here's Booker. After the basket by Houston. The kick to Durant. This one for 3. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
Great touch from KD. Great range, too.
The Rockets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Now here's Booker. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Şengün. The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Şengün passes to Thompson. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Kept alive by Houston. The 3. Durant pulls it in. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 from deep. And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. O'Neal, he's checked in for Dunn. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. The Suns trailing. The kick to Durant. Takes a 3. The shot off that time. Houston shooting just 38% so far in this one. Goes up on the wing. And there's a whistle. That one goes on Royce O'Neal. That's his first foul of the game. And the Suns making a change here. Jones is checked in. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Smith, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. And here's Thompson for 3. Drills it from deep.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Booker against Green. Durant for 3. Thompson pulls it in.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Oh, got that one up quick.
No wasted motion or hesitation there. Green ready to shoot as soon as he caught it.
Suns trail by 7. Durant with a screen on Green. The kick to Durant. They need this. Drops in the 3. Durant's got 6.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's O'Neal. No made baskets yet. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Green against Booker. Now here's Whitmore. He's closely guarded. Picked by Smith. The Rockets again can't hit. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 8 so far. Here's Booker. No good there, off the double clutch.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Picked by Smith. Eason. He buries it from 3.
Nice to see such unselfish play from Green, putting the team ahead of himself.
Now Booker. From deep. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Houston Rockets closing out the quarter with a set. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Beal and Allen are out on the wing. Mason Plumlee out there with Royce O'Neal, and it's Jones in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
And it's Beal with the ball for Phoenix. 7-point differential. Allen, right side. Jacks up a 3 from the arc. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's Şengün. Jones against Holiday. Şengün, a screen on Jones. Holiday passes to Şengün. Back to Holiday. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. Second chance shot. Şengün finds Eason. Here's Smith. Here's Şengün. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Dunn, he's checked in for the Suns. Thompson, he's checked in for Houston. Fred VanVleet comes in for Holiday. Eason, good. Eason's gotten his second bucket on the night. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
And the Suns making a change here. Bowles checked in. Dylan Brooks checked in for Houston. Jalen Green comes in for Smith. Beal with it, and it's Şengün picking him up. Jones with a screen on Thompson. Outside Bowles. Beal against Thompson. The 3. Kept alive. Outside Jones. Pass to Beal. And here's Dunn. The Suns need to get off a shot. Stolen by Thompson. And they're on the break. And here's VanVleet from the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game. Three-pointer, Beal. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Houston leading by 9. Thompson right side. 1:51 left in the first half. And here's Green from the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Beal with it. Green picks him up from deep. And Beal hits from deep. Beal's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Just so special scoring the ball. Beal's got every shot in his arsenal, including that nice pull-up.
VanVleet misses. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Back to Jones. Pass to Beal. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
Down in the corner, Beal shoots with confidence. Just one more area he can score from consistently.
Şengün finds Thompson. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Thompson's got 6 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Beal's shot is good.
And what an answer from Beal. Love seeing him sink the triple.
Houston leading by 3. Launches a 3. Thompson, no good. For Phoenix, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Jones against Van Vliet. Pass to Beal. Outside Bull. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Out to Thompson. There's the 3. That doesn't go either for Thompson. Some room here for Jones. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very... Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Hey, it's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Thompson out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. Suns trail by 3. You know, Grant and Van Vliet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. Van Vliet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. But no wonder nothing seems to faze him.
Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
For the lead, it's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Van Vliet on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. Ooh, Booker from range. Pure.
And I like how Booker is selective taking threes. Makes it count when he does take one.
And here's Thompson for 3. Doesn't go for him. The Suns have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Richards, the pass to Booker. Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And it's Green missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And the officials call a traveling violation. And the Rockets making a change here. Eason's checked in.
Tari Eason.
Well, Houston's shooting at about 34% here in this game. Van Vliet finds Thompson. Şengün, the screen. Fades back. And Thompson gets the 3. Thompson's got his third bucket of the night.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Dunn. No points so far. Beal from outside. Drills it from deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Durant against Thompson. The kick out to Van Vliet. Pass to Green. Fires from deep. And there's Van Vliet on the assist from Green. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
And the luxury of having Van Vliet. He doesn't need the ball to score. Fred can work off the rock and be a spot-up shooter.
Now here's Booker. Give him 8 points now. Outside Durant. Shoots. Rockets with a rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Oh, they get a hand on it. Oh, Durant with a steal. Beal, the pass to Booker. Now here's Durant. Pass to Dunn. 4-3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Outside, Green. Van Vliet with it. Just 5 to shoot. Now Easton, defended by Dunn. Puts up a deep 3. Easton can't get it to go. Suns trail by 3. Durant with it. Green picks him up. Pass to Durant. Let's go with a 3. That doesn't go either for Durant.
At some point, you need to know when to stop shooting. Just too many misses piling up for him.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. O'Neal, he's checked in for Dunn. Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Whitmore comes in for Thompson. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Adams is checked in.
Well, Jalen Green is a product of G League Ignite, and clearly showing other folks there's a new path for potential lottery picks to take.
Pass to Whitmore. 3-pointer. Plumlee pulls down the board. Allen outside to end the drought. Knocks down the long J. Allen's got his second bucket of the night. What if it goes? Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Royce O'Neal. Grayson Allen is out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Mason Plumlee, and it's Dunn in at the 3. That's who's out there for Phoenix. They get the rebound. Allen on the wing to take the lead. He's off on that one.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Picked by Smith. And there's the foul. It'll go on Grayson Allen. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Suns on D. They trail by 1. Picked by Smith. Eason hits the 3-pointer.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
You want to see what the difference is? Look at their points off turnovers. They've punished mistakes all game long.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Now here's Allen. Plumlee passes to Booker. The fader. Oh, right between the eyes. All net that time.
And this is just typical of him. always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Pass to Dunn. Outside Booker. Inside. Plumlee passes to Booker. From the top of the key, he buries it. Booker's got 9 points now in the second half.
Awfully tough play to defend. When you honor the roller, Booker just takes advantage.
To the middle. Pass to Dunn to take the lead. Oh, deflected. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Eason.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
A different look for Phoenix. Richards is checked in for Plumlee. Durant comes in for O'Neal. And it's Bradley Beal in for Allen. And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Brooks comes in for Eason. Green's checked in for Whitmore. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Holiday. Brooks with it. Now guarded by Booker. And here's VanVleet from the arc. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Brooks from outside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Phoenix has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Beal attacking. Pass to Dunn. Back to Beal to take the lead. And his fifth basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Allen, he's checked in for the Suns. And a change for the Rockets. Tate's checked in for Green. Now here's Brooks. Into the lane. Outside Tate. Looking to win the run. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 5 here tonight. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
Durant inside, defended by Thompson. Durant with a screen on Brooks. Outside for Booker. Pass to Durant. Şengün with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Brooks, the pass to VanVleet. Back to Brooks. There's a minute 26 left in the fourth quarter here. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to VanVleet. It's kept alive. Tate passes to VanVleet. Back to Tate. Pass to VanVleet. Here's the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
Now here's Booker. Durant with a screen on VanVleet. The kick to Durant. Rebound by VanVleet. And so it's VanVleet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. They've led by as much as 10. Thompson scanning the floor. Oh, he buries it from outside.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
It falls. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Oh, a high-volume score with just too many moves to count. Booker is so dependable under pressure.
Tate's shot is off. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball. And Houston making a change here. Nine seconds left in the fourth. Outside Booker. For 3, Durant. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Here's the starting group for Houston. At the guard position, Van Fleet and Green. Alperen Sengun out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. And here's Leonard from 3. It's good from long range.
I mean, is there another guy in the league who knows when his team needs this kind of lift? Kawhi getting those 3 points right back.
Now here's Green over to the left wing. Sengun finds Thompson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And here is Van Vliet after the 3-pointer from Norman Powell. Van Vliet passes to Sengun. Thompson a screen on Powell. And that one, good.
And Brooks needs to keep taking and making those jumpers. It's only going to help his confidence.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And it falls over the rim and in.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Thompson. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Green kicks to Brooks. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Brooks has got 5.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
From deep, Harden. Sengun with the rebound. Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Near the 3-point line, it's Van Vliet. Powell with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. A shot by Harden, wide open. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Houston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Van Vliet passes to Brooks, tipped away. Stolen by Harden, and here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Pass to Powell.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Back to Leonard. Harden against Thompson. Down low. Shot clock at 3. Leonard, that's for 2. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Oh, showing off the athleticism. Green's eyes light up when he's on the break. Easy to see why.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Sengun GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Well, every coach should show players game tape of how he just boxed out right there. Great job with the footwork and using his body to step to the rebound.
Thompson misses. Clippers trail by 3. It's Powell on the wing, covered by Van Vliet. Thompson against Leonard. Again, Leonard missing. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's Sengun. Off target from outside. And it's Harden with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Stolen by Brooks. Thompson with it. Zubac defending. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And that one's good. Brooks.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Nobody near Leonard. And the 3-ball is good. Leonard's got 6.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Brooks kicks to Şengün. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. It's been all about Dillon Brooks for the... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Taking a look at the Rockets. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then there's Whitmore. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Misses the baby hook. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Bogdanovich for 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Great shooting off the pass. Get the feet set. Good balance. Bogdanovich dangerous.
Out to the right wing. Eason finds Smith. Smith on the wing for 3. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And Jones has it in the corner. Pass to Coffey. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Now Whitmore lets it go from deep. The kick out to Holiday. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Bogdanovich wide open. Hits the jumper in space. Bogdanovich has got 5. Over the course of a season, each team takes on a certain personality. Brent, do coaches try to shape that personality based on their roster?
Well, Kevin, it's a great question, and I think the best coaches in our league adapt to the personality of the team as it starts to formulate throughout the season. You lean in to what guys naturally are. Some success comes with that.
3 on 3. A minute 50 left in the first half. Goes up from the top of the key. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Holiday. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, that effort just not good enough because even if that defender was a bit taller, the shooter already locked in.
And so here is Houston. Clippers able to drain the 3. Şengün with this screen on Jones. Smith the pass to Şengün. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Jones with the screen on Howard. Coffey. No good from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Whitmore. They get it back. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Coffey. Hasn't made one yet. Drains the three-pointer.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Holiday finds Smith. Over Jones. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Smith's got 8.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Here's Coffey. He's covered by Eason. That one goes. Count it. Coffey's got 5 points now this quarter. Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Smith. There's the triple. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And the Rockets lead by 4.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Bogdanovich for 3. Jabari Smith has been leading the charge for Houston. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing, guys, a tremendous game from Jabari Smith.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Chris Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 4. Brent, we know that James Harden has won 3 consecutive scoring titles in his past. But now, he really has worked on his game and changed his game to a degree.
Well, that's true, Kevin. Also, the system around him has changed. I mean, what they leaned into in Houston for James Harden to become an offense unto himself was unique at the time. James is a little bit older. He's playing with a different set of players that bring their own skill sets, but he's much more of a passer. He led the league in assists in 2023. So all of his offensive ability has not gone away. It's just manifesting itself in a different form right now.
Şengün with a screen on Harden. Brooks with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, DA, thanks. Here's Şengün. From outside, off the mark.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Leonard sets a screen for Harden. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Houston leading by 6. Van Vliet outside. Not loose. Stolen by Harden. Dunn outside. Launches it. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Dunn's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, an excellent passer, Harden taking pride in finding an open teammate.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Clippers. Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. Green against Powell. To the inside. Powell with the steal. Green against Zubac. Takes it out to Leonard. For the tie, and Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. 1:53 left here in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Harden inside the three-point line. Kicks it out to Jones. It's good. This game is all even. Jones has got his second bucket of the night.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team and just fighting tonight.
Thompson, a screen on Jones. Here's Green. Another miss by Houston.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Pass to Harden. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. Harden sets the pick for Jones. A miss that time would have put him up. For Houston, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Stolen by Harden. Powell with it. Now Green defending. Stolen by Van Vliet. Eason against Zubac. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Zubac, a screen on Van Vliet. The three from Harden. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harden's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
And not a lot of limit to what the lefty can do. James Harden from deep.
Green with a screen for Van Vliet. Buries it from three-point range.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Shepard out there with Cam Whitmore. And it's Eason in at the small forward.
And Bogdanović, a three-point specialist, loves those corners.
Pass to Whitmore. Shepard with a screen for Whitmore. Here's Shepard. Great Kentucky native Reed Shepard followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college years.
How cool was that? His dad winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA. Reed, the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
Houston making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Leonard on the wing, covered by Smith. 5 to shoot. Jones with the screen on Williams. Bogdanović, no luck. The Rockets trail. Şengün passing to Shepard. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Whitmore, he's checked in for the Rockets. Fred VanVleet comes in for Shepard. Now, here's Dunn. Leonard sets a screen for Dunn. Kicks it out to Leonard. Three-pointer. Kawhi drills the three-pointer.
Oh, Kawhi, so consistent with his approach, affects every phase of every minute that he plays.
The offensive rebound. And it's Van Vliet, top of the key. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Derek Jones. Norman Powell comes in for Amir Coffey. And James Harden has subbed in for Bogdanović. Jalen Green's checked in for Houston. Los Angeles leading by 4. The three from Harden. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. The Rockets have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Harden against Eason. And the three off target.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Şengün with the ball. Now guarded by Dunn. And it's Whitmore missing. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Zubac's a screen on Green. The three from Harden. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Smith for three. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to be on James Harden.
Taken third overall in 2022, Smith, instead of trying to take the league by storm, he was looking for ways to fit in within the system. And that's what coaches love about players like him.
And not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Drills it from outside.
And you expect Harden to come through in big moments. Such a talented offensive player.
Şengün with a screen on Dunn. Şengün inside. Working on Zubac.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
Harden outside. And another three for the Clippers.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Here's Whitmore. Dunn covering. Back to Eason. Shot clock at 5. Outside, Green. Fires the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
And with the game tight, Green gets even more in that zone and ensures he's delivering what his team needs.
Harden gets to Leonard. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Here's Green. Pass to Şengün. Smith wide open. He fires. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Leonard sets a screen for Harden. Now here's Dunn. Powell the pass to Harden. Leonard with a screen on Smith. Harden can't hit.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And an intentional foul right there. It's the first that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3 ball.
Here's Thompson. At the elbow, Smith. Smith sets the pick for Green. Overdone. No good. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. All right, David, thanks so much.
is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's done in at the small forward position. On target from range.
You gotta chase Harden off that three-point line. He is too good of a shooter to be given any airspace from that line.
Beal finds Durant. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Dunn. Lets it go from deep. Richards pulls it in. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Moments ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat. We talked about Kevin Durant and what his plan is for trying to contain him, and Coach said, quote, "We don't want him to get into a rhythm. That's when he's most dangerous." I told our guys to get up in his airspace and make him feel the pressure. An aggressive approach, but certainly a wise one when it comes to a player like KD. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Running the floor, Durant pushes himself to get ahead of the defense.
Well, Richard, I know you had the pleasure of guarding Kevin Durant. Not an easy assignment. What was that like?
You're right, B.A. I had the pleasure of guarding him in the NBA Finals. And let's say it was not the easiest of tasks. He's become such a complete player, there's no way to stop him. He takes what you give him, and he kills you with it.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Nails it from beyond the arc. The Suns have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. From the wing, Booker no good.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Powell sets a screen. Leonard for 3. And it's Phoenix with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Good eyes, Bradley Beal. That's a nice setup there.
Los Angeles has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Ooh, good look from Zubats. Richards pulls it in.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
To the right side. Pass to Durant. From outside the arc. Leonard pulls down the board. And for the Clippers, they're shooting just about 29% so far. Not great. Powell's shot is off.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Beal finds Booker. Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Oh, absolutely aggressive move by Durant. Taking it right to the hole with authority.
Pass to Leonard. Puts up a 3. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Shot clock at 5. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. The Clippers have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Zubats with it. Richards picks him up. Outside Harden. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul of the game. Bogdan Bogdanović checked in for Los Angeles. Jones, he's checked in for Phoenix. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Leonard for 3. 6 to shoot. For 3, Powell. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got 4 rebounds now. Durant way outside. Phoenix no good that time either. Durant's gone 1 for 4 from distance. Back to Harden for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Harden's got 9.
Great shooting reflexes from Harden. Able to put his shot up right off that pass.
Durant for 3. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Harden. He's got 9. Now here's Booker. Pass to Durant. Well, Richard, you attempted to guard Kevin Durant in your playing days. How hard was that?
It was not easy. He's an elite scorer, ball handler. Oh, yeah, he's also 7 feet tall. KD is one of the toughest assignments that you will ever face.
Plumlee's checked in for the Suns. Bradley Beal comes in for Booker. Here's Bogdanovich. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And the basket by Beal.
That play shows why it's so hard to stop Beal. His pull-up is money.
Beal against Bogdanovich. 12 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Coffey. Fires the three. Buries it from 3.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Here's Beal. Here's Jones. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. James Harden, he's been the guy. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
It's Jones at power forward with Zubac at center. Ben Simmons is out there with Bogdan Bogdanovich. And it's Coffey in at the 3, a small forward. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second. Simmons finds Jones. Back to Simmons. Pass to Coffey. 5 to shoot. The 3 is up. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said, it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance. And it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Brian, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie. Well, the last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats, but this is Devin Booker's team.
No doubt, drafted in 2015. Book's been here his entire career. His first few seasons, the team was, let's just say they were rebuilding, but Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then.
Dunn, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. And the Suns also making a change. Dunn's checked in. Now here's Bogdanovich. Pure from 3-point range. Bogdanovich has got 5.
Yeah, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Clippers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. To the wing on the left. The 3-ball connects from downtown. He's got 5.
Continuing to get better at facilitating Booker with a dime.
Dunn outside. Leonard outside. The 3. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. It's stolen by Leonard. From long distance, Leonard drops it in.
Talk about a pure jumper. Leonard doesn't need a lot of space to rise up.
Outside Booker. Plumlee a screen. The outside leaner. Ooh, great D that time from Dunn.
I understand why he pulled up for the leaner right there, but the defense adjusted to that very well.
Here's the 3. And it's Phoenix for the rebound.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring, but how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
Oh, he's a good decision maker, B.A. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional quote-unquote point guard.
For the Clippers, Jones comes in for Coffee, and Simmons is subbed in for Bogdanovich. And the Suns also making a change. Bowl, he's checked in for Plumlee. Now here's Leonard. He has 6. Clock at 6. Here's Zubac. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. And the Clippers lead by 6. Phoenix has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. For 3, Booker. That shot off the mark. Ooh, great D that time from Simmons. Here's Zubac. Cole grabs the board. Suns trail by 6. For 3, O'Neal. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Zubac with a screen on Booker. From deep, here's Simmons. Out to Leonard. From deep. Doesn't go that time. Well, Phoenix is shooting 36% for the game. Not great. Back to Bull. The 3 is up. And the Suns get another 3.
You're giving up a bit of height there. You could expect to get burned from downtown when you do this.
Outside Jones. Zubac, screen. Jones, the pass to Simmons. There's the triple. O'Neal pulls it in. The Suns shooting at 30% here in the second. Back to Booker. Shoots a fadeaway. Outside Bull. Pass to Booker. Fires the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Outside Simmons. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And so, in the game for Phoenix, Booker and Beal in the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards, and it's Dunn in at the 3. Now here's Durant. Booker surveying the floor. The kick to Durant. Pass to Beal. Fades away. And Booker the bucket on the assist by Beal.
Booker with one of the most effortless strokes you'll ever see.
And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. There's the 3. Counted from distance. Harden's got 12. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Puts up a 3, and Los Angeles another 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire. And that's what they teach you at every level. Get a body on your man, box out, grab the board.
Now here's Leonard. Puts it up. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards has got 6 rebounds in the game. Dunn, the pass to Booker. And the Suns miss again. Los Angeles leading by 6. Leonard for 3. Up top, Dunn. Pass to Leonard. From outside the arc. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got 7 rebounds in the game. Three-pointer, Beal. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 11. You know, over Bradley Beal's career, he succeeded in a few different roles, RJ.
Yeah, he played with the ball-dominant guy. Then he became the sole star on his team, and now he's playing with multiple stars. Evolution is a part of success, and Bradley Beal is doing it. Easy money. Durant claps back with a three.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Durant. Pass to Powell. Screen by Leonard. Three-pointer. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now here's Durant. He's got 15. And here's Richards. Outside for Booker. And a miss there on the triple.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Offensive board. Leonard outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Harden against Booker. On the wing, Harden. 15 points in the game. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter. Richards with a screen. Pass to Booker from the arc. They grab their own miss.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass.
Tipped. Suns trail by 9. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Booker missing again. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from three for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
The Suns making a switch here. Lee's checked in. And for the Suns, they're shooting just 33% so far in this game. Ooh, Booker doing Booker things.
A reliable three-point sniper. I like seeing Booker connect from downtown.
Coffey can't get it to go. Harden against Booker. Here's Durant. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Clippers on top, leading by 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. 3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Suns trail by 5. Kawhi Leonard out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Chris Dunn. Then there's Bogdan Bogdanovic. And it's Coffey in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Outside for Booker. From the baseline. The rebound by Bogdanovic.
He made that way more difficult than it had to be with that leaning jumper. As a result, he comes away empty.
Fires the three. Leonard, a threat from deep.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
Pass to Jones. For 3, Booker sinks the tray.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Suns trail by 5. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Dunn, the pass to O'Neal. The fadeaway. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Coffey. Fades away. Jones grabs the board. The Suns have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Booker for 3. And it's Booker again missing. The Clippers lead by 5. Leonard finds Jones. Launches it. Nails it from 3.
And that was a good read from Leonard. Noticing the overcommitment and exploiting it.
Booker for 3. And the Suns miss again.
There are nights where the shots just don't fall. Unfortunately, I know how that feels.
Suns trail by 8. Here's Plumlee. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Booker's got assist number 7 tonight.
Nice pass. Such a unique talent on both ends. That time, Booker showing us his vision.
For 3. Plumlee pulls down the board. The Suns have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. And that's good. Devin Booker for 3. And now just a 3-point Clipper lead.
And you can't let Booker get airspace from corner spots because you're just asking to get burned.
Bogdanovich, that's good.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Outside Booker. Pass to O'Neal. Booker with a screen on Leonard, and it's O'Neal off the drive. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this. And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Booker, the pass to Jones. He shoots it. Booker can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 4. Right side, Bogdanovich. He drops it from range.
This speaks to the level of confidence Bogdanovich possesses. Looking to shoot immediately off the catch.
Fires in the triple.
And neither side right now giving an inch. We'll see who cracks first.
Dunn right side. Leonard on the wing. For the Clippers, Zubac. He's checked in for Jones. Norm Powell comes in for Coffee. And it's Harden in for Bogdanovich. So Phoenix going with almost an entirely new group here. Richards is checked in for Plumlee. Kevin Durant comes in for O'Neal. Bol, he's checked in for Dunn. And it's Beal in for Jones. And Harden gets the double team. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Phoenix has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. And it's in. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Leonard outside. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harden from outside. And connects from downtown.
Coming up big in the clutch. Harden, you know he loves these moments.
Up top, Durant. Over Leonard. Count it! What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
They needed points, and KD comes through. Who else did you expect?
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
That's their only option. They have to get a good look from deep here.
And Harden with the block. And they get it back. So it's the Clippers taking the W in a close one. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
offensive fireworks. Doris might be a little disappointed in this one.
Right, Kev, but if you love gritty defensive play, this is the place to be. Listen, we may not get spectacular buckets, but I guarantee you every point is going to be well earned.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's done in at the small forward position. Şengün finds Brooks. Şengün with the screen for Brooks. Sinks the triple. Brooks has got the game going here with the first basket for Houston.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
A nice shot by Booker.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Thompson. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. The offensive rebound. Here's Şengün. From down in the low post, it goes.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
You know, you talk about a foundational piece. To start his career, Devin Booker toiled through, what, Doris, a half a decade of losing in Phoenix.
It was all of that, Kevin, but what I admired most is through all of that losing, he never stopped working. And the losing never stopped bothering him. He never got comfortable with it. Now, all of a sudden, other players see his talent, they want to join him, and it's a much more competitive basketball team. Wow, the elevation, the creativity, highlight reel finish by Devin Booker.
Durant for three. That's good. And so Beal with the assist. Durant's got 5. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Phoenix.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
So it's Phoenix now after the Rockets pick up 3. The 3 from KD. Another 3 for Phoenix.
How competitive is Kevin Durant? You make a 3, I'll make one right in your eye.
Thompson outside. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Green.
2 minutes.
Here's Şengün. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. KD on the wing. Done with the screen on Thompson. Kicks it out to Booker. Stolen by Thompson. Brooks with no one around. Drains the wing trade. Brooks has got his second basket of the night.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Here's Richards. Still without a basket. Şengün with the ball. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Booker. And here we go. Fast break. Booker's got it. Looking for Richards and gets it there. They get it again. Kicks it out to Booker. Durant wide open. He fires. Misses the 3. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's Van Vliet. Outside, Green. Pass to Brooks from downtown. Here's Şengün. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Şengün's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Booker in the corner. Durant sets a screen for Booker. A leaner. Brooks grabs the board.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Back to Van Vliet. Brooks outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And Beal kicks to Booker. Back to Beal. Lets it go with a three. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Suns. He notched. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. The wing pair we'll be seeing is Beal and Allen. Plumlee out there with O'Neal. And it's Jones in at the 1. Here's Beal after the Rockets pick up 3. Allen with the screen for Beal. Kicks it out to Allen from outside the arc. Rockets with the rebound. Here's Whitmore. They grab their own miss. Pass to Eason. Smith with a wide open look. Drills the three-pointer. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Suns trail by 3. Fires the 3. Bradley Beal, and that's good.
No one better to answer with a 3 ball than Mr. Bradley Beal.
Holiday against Allen. Out to Smith. Deflects the pass. Stolen by O'Neal. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, despite suffering a first-round sweep in last season's playoffs, the Suns' front brass remains confident that they were mere inches from where they needed to be to compete for a title, emphasizing that chemistry is built over time and through the fire. The hope is, with another year to coalesce, this team will be ready for a deeper run. Kevin?
Well, they've got the names. They got a big coach now coming in. All right, D.A., thank you. Allen passes to O'Neal. 5 to shoot. From past the arc, Eason grabs the board.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Allen for 3. The rebound by Holiday. Rockets leading by 3. Smith outside. Puts up a 3. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Allen outside. O'Neal a screen on Eason. O'Neal passes to Beal. A 3 ball. Phoenix no good that time either. Houston's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. The big challenge in Beal's career, Doris, has been staying consistently healthy, right?
There's no question about it, Kevin, because you never have doubted the talent. I mean, Bradley Beal is a 3-tool player. He came into the league as an elite shooter, but now has become incredibly good with the basketball in his hand. The good news, he's always been resilient and fought hard to come back as quickly as possible.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Rockets. Fred VanVleet comes in for Aaron Holiday. There's Beal with the 3. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%. VanVleet looking around. There's the double team with Allen. VanVleet kicks to Thompson. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. Thompson's got the lead up to 3 now for Houston.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Shoots from the corner. And it's Whitmore missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for Şengün. Dylan Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Green in for Cam Whitmore. Now, here's Green. He has yet to score. Smith outside. Back to Thompson. The Rockets again can't hit. For Phoenix, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Bull can't hit. Rockets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Knocks down the 3 ball. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Stolen by Brooks. Smith the pass to Thompson. Now here's Brooks. Back to Thompson. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, because of his high basketball IQ, Fred Van Vliet understands catch and shoot. I'm shot ready, jumper in. I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're deep. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this one.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Thompson is out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 5. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
No good from Lee. Houston leading by 3. Thompson outside. Pass to Brooks. Hands the shot with nobody near him. Brooks has got 8 points. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Outside, Green from deep. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. The tray. It doesn't go for him. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Pass to Bull. Here's Jones. O'Neal wide open. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Thompson for the triple. That shot is off. The Suns have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. There's Lee with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Van Vliet with it. Now Bull defending. Şengün no good. The Suns leading. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Lee outside. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. From deep, Green nailed from three-point land. And the Rockets lead by 2. The 3. No good from Lee. Houston's got 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA, totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. Tari Eason's checked in for the Rockets. And Doris, one guy who rarely has an off night, Devin Booker.
He has been the model of consistent excellence, Kevin. This guy's so efficient, so productive, all about winning. I am not sure Devin Booker gets the credit he deserves for the level he's at every night.
Beal is always a scoring threat, but right now we're seeing what happens when he's in the zone.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kevin Durant. Houston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And the Rockets making a change here. Smith is checked in. And here's Booker from the arc. It's rebounded by Houston.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Green passes to Smith. Over Durant, and Durant sends it back.
Boy, how about the defense from Kevin Durant? Sends that shot back.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. It's a 1-point game. They kick it out to Green. Back to Thompson. Bull against Smith. Pass to Eason. 4 on the shot clock. And that one, good. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Outside for KD. To the paint. Lee outside. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Lee's got it all tied up now for the Suns.
I just love the unselfishness in the play of Kevin Durant. He said he wants to play the game the right way. Nice example there.
Here's Thompson. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. And no good on the last second attempt this time. 3rd quarter comes to a close and a battle brings it to a tie. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. We've got Allen. Bradley Beal is out there with Durant. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Bull in at the center position. And stolen by Şengün.
Well, getting in the lane and making your presence known is crucial part of the defense for these guys.
Holiday inside the line. It's hauled in by the Suns. Beal's got his 4th rebound in this one. Durant hand delivers the transition bucket.
Absolutely no mercy right now from Kevin Durant in transition. Those long strides, that's an easy bucket.
Smith kicks to Holiday. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his 1st foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. 3 from the inbound. They get it again. And Smith with the stuff.
And smart play by Smith. Using that build to get in there and just fight for the rebound and the finish.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Bull dishes to Beal. Bull, a screen on Eason. Kicks it out to Booker. 3 on the clock. Beal with a screen for Durant. Oh, the silky smooth 3 from KD.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this 2nd half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Outside, KD. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, when you see somebody making pull-up jump shots like Van Vliet does there, you know that the rhythm is there.
Booker against Van Vliet. Booker the pass to Bull. Kicks it out to Allen. The Suns need to get a shot off. No good from Booker. Houston leading by 3. Van Vliet with it. He's picked up by KD. Smith surveying the D. Fires from deep. The rebound by KD.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Oh my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. Fred Van Vliet picks one up. Houston making some changes. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. And Shepard subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. And Phoenix also making a switch. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Bull. It's deflected.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And the foul on Tari Eason. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
There's 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. No good from Durant. The Rockets trail. Now Eason. Pass to Whitmore. Back to Eason. Another miss by Houston. Phoenix has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Beal with the screen for KD. Outside for Beal. Phoenix, no good that time either. And for Houston, they're shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Over in the corner, Shepard. To Whitmore. Good on the 3-point shot. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Oh, great to see the young fella step up. Whitmore showing veteran composure out there.
And it's Beal in the corner. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Pass to Eason. Launches a 3. Nails the triple.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Allen passes to Richards. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Booker in the post. Whitmore defending, and Booker kicks to KD. Clock at 4. Booker dishes to KD. That one wide left.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Let's throw the time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
Allen finds Richards. Booker with it. Whitmore defending. Booker right side. Outside for Beal. Booker the pass to Beal.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependent.
Here's Shepard. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Lee out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's Durant. And it's done in at the 3. And a wide open look for Whitmore. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Phoenix. On the wing, Booker. Durant with a screen on Eason. Near the 3-point line, it's Booker. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
It is so difficult not to bite on the up fake of Devin Booker. He's that good a shooter, boy. I don't blame you, defense. That's tempting.
Green, he's checked in for Shepard. Beal's checked in for the Suns.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Hits the three-point bomb. And the Rockets lead by 1.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Lee kicks to Booker. Jacks up a 3. Great tee that time from Green.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Houston. And Phoenix also making a switch. Allen's checked in for Damian Lee. Here's Brooks. Out to Thompson. Here's the 3. The Rockets with another miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Allen outside. Back to Booker. Shot clock at 6. And it's off from three-point range. Houston in the lead. Thompson outside. And that's a foul. Called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul. In overtime here, a minute and a half off the clock. Green kicks to Thompson. Knocked away. Here is Durant. Allen outside. Outside Durant. Outside for Beal. Beyond the arc. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Oh, a timely one from Beal puts a smile on the coach's face.
Brooks finds Green. Here's Eason. Outside Green. Pocket 6. From deep, Brooks. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Well, Brooks is always working hard for this team, and here it pays off with a huge basket.
Thompson against Durant. Back to Booker. Puts up a deep 3. Launches it from deep. The Rockets pull it in. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And with the game tight, Green gets even more in that zone and ensures he's delivering what his team needs.
Drains it from downtown.
Oh, my goodness. Booker's confidence is off the charts. He's money in the bank.
The drive by Green. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And as we play on into another overtime, you know these teams must be wearing down. It's become a battle of attrition. Now here's Durant. Booker with the screen for KD. And Beal kicks to Booker. Back to Beal. Shoots the 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Van Vliet sets the pick for Green. Thompson dishes to Green. Back to Thompson. Van Vliet sets the pick for Thompson. It's good from long range.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Durant finds Booker. Back to KD. Lets the 3 fly. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 11 rebounds in the game. Van Vliet against Booker. Brooks left side. Thompson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. And Durant sends it back. Fast break. Here come the Suns. And here's Booker from the arc. Booker sinks the 3.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And that's a bounce-back three, and they're back in the lead.
And Booker kicks to Beal. Kicks it out to Booker. Top of the key, done. Durant inside. Brooks covering. Dunn passes to Booker. From the arc. Outside for Durant. This one for three. No good from Booker. Rockets leading by three. Brooks right side. They kick it out to Green. Going inside. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Suns with the ball. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity.
And nothing fancy, really, about that play. That's just good old-fashioned, hard-nosed basketball to get that one.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Shepard's checked in. Phoenix also making some changes. Bol comes in for Nick Richards. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Dunn. And they'll keep possession. Brooks with a screen on Booker. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. Yes!
And how about Reed Shepard staying calm and looking like a vet out there.
Big shot on the way. That shot missing.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability.
5 spot, Clark.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got 2 bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. And here's Thompson for 3. Unable to get that one. Now Los Angeles with it. It's a 3-point game. Powell passes to Harden. The fader. It's rebounded by Şengün. Thompson against Leonard. Up top, Thompson. Nice move. On the take. The Clippers grab the miss.
Come on. If you're going to go for the crazy dunk, you better finish it.
Powell passes to Harden. 4-3. Offensive rebound. Down low. To the middle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another shot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the night. And he's good on the second. And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. There's the drive. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got his 4th rebound in this one. The Rockets went from 22 to 41 wins last year, finishing right at 500, Clark.
Great progress by Houston. Just missed the play-in in the West. They would have easily made that same play-in tournament in the East. A huge step forward for the Rockets, no doubt. And I think it's a team that can sustain that trajectory.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Lets it fly. Harden can't hit.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Thompson, first personal foul.
Pass to Dunn. With the fadeaway. It's hauled in by Houston. Now Şengün. Leonard defending. Outside for Brooks. Back to Şengün. And there's a pick. Brooks outside. Clock at 6. Here's Green. Thompson. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about the value of size out of the backcourt, and that sequence by Thompson is a great example.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. The Clippers have gone 2 for 7, a sluggish start. And how about the Fred VanVleet story? From undrafted to all-star and NBA champion.
It's one of the remarkable journeys in the history of the league. There are a number of guys that have gone undrafted and ended up being all-stars and champions. But you think about it, one of the things they have in common in my mind, B.A., is a real understanding of who they are and what it's going to take to be successful. And then the willingness to put in the work and not be distracted by naysayers or the glamour of being a pro. They've got a real anchoring as to who they are and what their business is about, and then they maximize their ability. That's Fred VanVleet in a nutshell.
If you let him, VanVleet will just live at the arc. I mean, he shoots fearlessly from out there.
Harden, good.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Dunn with a steal. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Harden, the pass to Dunn. Leonard with the ball. Harden with it. Now Thompson defending. scanning the floor. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Powell. Rockets with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Van Vliet against Harden. Van Vliet, the pass to Green. Good on the shot.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
From deep three-point land. The shot comes out.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Houston. They lead by 5. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Whitmore is out there with Aaron Holiday, and it's Eason in at the 3. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Outside Holiday. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Clippers trail by 8. Jones sets a screen. Bogdanovich passes to Coffey. Back to Bogdanovich. They set the pick. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. Houston leading by 6. Outside Holiday. Pass to Eason. Out to the wing. Here's Şengün. Sends it home from three-point land.
This speaks to how assertive Şengün can be. Love when he makes quick decisions like that there.
Simmons, the pass to Bogdanovich. And the foul on Cam Whitmore. That's his first foul of the game.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Thompson, he's checked in for Houston. Fred VanVleet comes in for Holiday. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Dunn comes in for Ben Simmons. Thompson against Jones. Leonard looking over the floor. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Zubac with a screen on Eason. Bogdanovich on the wing. Clock at 4. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit, and that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
And here we go, the Rockets in transition. Oh, my goodness! Powered it home!
Did you see it, Reed? Bringing the house down!
Van Vliet outside. Here's Whitmore outside. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. To the paint. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Brooks, he's checked in for the Rockets. Jalen Green comes in for Whitmore. Harden, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Leonard scores at all 3 levels. He's a threat anywhere on the floor.
The 3 from Thompson. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. 1:43 left in the second. Here's Zubac with the drive. Stolen by Van Vliet. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Lets a three fly. That's good. Brooks for three. And the Rockets lead by 14. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Thompson passes to Van Vliet. Pass to Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Van Vliet's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Jones. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Nice find right there from Harden. Excellent at getting his teammates involved.
Brooks finds Van Vliet. Back to Brooks. Over to the left wing. And stolen by Leonard. On the wing, Jones. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Leonard on the wing. Brooks defending. 6 to shoot. Oh, he drains the 3, and he'll go to the line for one more. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The free throw drops for Leonard.
You know, when you talk Kawhi Leonard, you start with his defense, and I don't know if there's a better wing defender around.
Thompson, a screen on Zubats. Van Vliet outside. Fires for 3. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And so it's the Houston Rockets up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. Up big because of their three-point shooting. Just going to town from downtown tonight. More 2K action in just a moment. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
Pretty much the entire first half, he was dominating down low, piling up a ton of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
On the floor for the Clippers. Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubats in at the 5. And a deep 3 from Leonard. Offensive rebound. Here's Harden. Rockets with a rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 7 tonight. It's stolen by Leonard. Jacks up a 3. Leonard, a threat from deep.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
BA, Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. Shot clock at 6. Back to Zubats. Şengün with a steal. Van Vliet against Harden. Van Vliet misses.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
And you know, Clark, Fred Van Vliet gives you a number of things. Leadership might be the most important.
It is certainly one of his great attributes, B.A., when you look at Fred Van Vliet. Not very big, not super athletic, but a winner. Tough-minded, and highly skilled. Doesn't make mistakes with the ball. Gets other people's shots, and has proven to be a clutch and consistent quarterback at a really high level.
Pass to Brooks. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got his 8th rebound here tonight. For 3, Powell. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. 3-pointer, Brooks. Van Vliet outside. Lets it go from deep. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound. Clippers trail by 11. Leonard outside. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Eason's checked in for Brooks. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Jones is checked in. Thompson gets a good look. Releases from the wing and drills it. Thompson's got 11 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Şengün passes to Van Vliet. 1:49 left in the third quarter. Here's Eason. Knocks down the triple.
Selfless with the rock. Şengün won't hesitate to make a pass out to a ready shooter.
Clippers trail by 16. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Şengün. On the wing, Green now covers. Oh, stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Clippers. Pass to Zubac. We've got 1:13 left in the third. Now Powell. 5 to shoot. Jones with a screen on Van Vliet. Three-pointer, Harden. They get it back. Out to Leonard. Let's go with a 3. That shot is off.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. He's got 14.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Nice shot by Harden.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Van Vliet, the pass to Thompson. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 17. Launches a 3, and it's Harden. That time on the assist from Jones. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Harden with that catch and release, lightning quick.
Stolen by Jones. And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Outside Bogdanovich. Dunn outside. Sinks it from distance. Dunn's got 5 now.
Boy, how about Chris Dunn getting the ball in a great spot, making the deep attempt look elementary.
Smith outside. Over Jones. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Houston. They lead by 11. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Cam Whitmore out there with Aaron Holiday, and it's Eason in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Smith no good. And it's Leonard with the ball for the Clippers. Three-pointer. And Los Angeles, another 3.
That time you saw how Leonard surveyed the floor and found the guy with the best look.
Now here's Holiday, defended by Dunn. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile, trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution. Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the score.
Outside Whitmore, from downtown, gets the 3 ball to go.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Here's Dunn. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Holiday from long range. Up and over Dunn. Right side Holiday. It's stolen by Dunn. Clippers trail by 8. Here's Jones. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
Shepard, he's checked in for Houston. Pass to Whitmore. This one for 3. They grab their own miss. Beyond the arc. Eason can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
They've still got work to do, but it's impressive how they've battled back.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
For 3, Smith drains the triple. And the Rockets lead by 5.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Zubac screen. Leonard against Eason. Here's Powell. Outside Harden. 5 on the clock. The 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Smith's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Shepard for 3. The offensive rebound. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Leonard. In transition, here come the Clippers. Harden, the pass to Powell. Jones with the ball. Leonard outside. Launches it from deep. Got a hand on it.
Lots of athleticism for the long center. Sengun getting it done.
Hammers the lob through.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Harden can't hit.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Here's Whitmore outside. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in the game. Sengun against Harden. Back to Powell. Outside Harden. Fires from deep. From deep 3-point range. 1:03 left in the game. And the Clippers miss again.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Smith outside. Takes the 3. Knocks it down from distance. And now a 10-point Rocket lead.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Left side Eason. Outside Whitmore. Takes a 3. Pass to Shepard. There's the 3. Hits the trifecta. And the Rockets lead by 10.
Well, Shepard can really spin it from distance, and he doesn't need a lot of room to launch it.
Yep, that one's good. It's stolen by Leonard.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the board.
12 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Thompson. Brooks outside. Pass to Sengun. Van Vliet with a screen on Zubac. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll